Hi everyone, today we are going to look onto topic 6 conditional structure. So before we proceed with our topic, let's recap a little bit on how to write your coding inside your Microsoft Excel. So this is a basic coding. So let's recap. So there are 6 ways for you to write your basic coding. So the first one is your opening syntax, sub name of your program, open bracket, close bracket. So do notice over here the brown orange color, maintain as it is, do not change, do not amend. All right. And then the second step is basically you need to determine and declare all the variables that involve inside your coding. This is include your inputs, your outputs together with your process variables. So once you have determined which variables that you're going to use, therefore you can declare by using dim name of your variables as data type. Again, the brown orange color maintain as it is, do not change. And the data type, as we cover, we only cover 3 data types. The first one is single or double. The second one is your integer, and the third one is string. Right? So once you have already declared all the variables, then after that, you need to extract information from your user. So there are 3 ways for you to insert information from your user. The first one is by extracting your information from Excel spreadsheet. Okay. And then the second one is by using your input box. And then the third one is by using your array. All right, done. So once you have already extract information from the user, what you can do is you can start write the process that involve inside your coding. So there are a lot of process that we are going to cover. Okay, so the one of it that we are going to cover for today's lecture is basically your conditional structure. So there are 2 types of conditional structure over here. The first one is your if, then, else statement. And the second one is your select case. So for this video, we are going to cover the if then else statement. Then another video, we are going to cover the select case. Then not only that, you also have other process that you can write inside your coding, which is your repetition structure. This is involving your looping, right? And then you also have your array, and you also have your other formulas that you're planning to use. Example, price of the bond, you use the formula of Frank. So you can use that formula inside your processing. Now, once you have done with your process, automatically you want to display the output. So there are 2 ways for you to display your output. So the first one, again, by using your Excel spreadsheet. Okay. And the second one is basically by displaying your output using your message box. And the last one is your ending syntax. Once you have opening, obviously you need to have your closing syntax. All right. So you need to write your end sub. Without this ending syntax, your coding cannot be executed or read. All right. So that's it basically regarding on your recaps. Okay, let's proceed on to the third slide. So let's look onto the conditional structure. So conditional structure is basically a task that given conditions and only will return one value if it is a true result or another value if it is a false result. Okay, let's say for example, you're going to McDonald's drive-thru. So once you reach the McDonald's drive-thru windows, all right, you are going to order the chicken McNuggets 6 pieces. Now, the cashier will ask you which sauce do you want? Do you want sweet and sour sauce or do you want barbecue sauce? And you mention that you want the sweet sour sauce. And if the cashier listened and jot your order correctly, therefore you will get your sauce correctly. If not, therefore you will get your barbecue sauce. So the requirement over here that the cashier needs to do is the cashier needs to listen carefully and jot down the correct order. That is the requirement. If this requirement is achieved, alright, is met, therefore you will get the correct sauce, which is your sweet sour sauce. If the conditions is not achieved, is not met, therefore you will get the wrong sauce, which is the barbecue sauce. So this is what exactly replicates inside your conditional structure, the if, then, else statement. So this is what we call as a basic, simple conditional structure. So now let's look on to the next conditional structure, which a little bit more complicated, whereby in if there is an if statement. All right. Or in other way around, we can call it as a nested if. So again, the same thing, you go to McDonald's. So you're going to decide which one do you want. Do you want spicy chicken McDeluxe or do you want grilled chicken fallover? Then you have decided that you want to go for your grilled chicken fallover. All right, so that is your first requirement whereby you have decided what you want to eat. Then the second requirement is, do you want it in terms of a la carte or do you want it in terms of set meals? Then you think over and over again and you decided that you want the set meals. All right. Okay. Then after that, since you want the set meals, which type of set meals do you want? Do you want small, medium, or large? Then the final answer, the final decision, you decide to choose the large meals. Okay. So you go to the windows and you ask the cashier, I want grilled chicken for lover, set large. All right. And if the cashier again listen and jot down your order correctly, therefore you will get large set value. If not, therefore there's possibility you will get spicy chicken McDeluxe, or there's possibility you will get a la carte, or there's possibility for you to get small or medium set meals of grilled chicken follow. Okay, so this is where we call it as a nested if. In if, there is another if inside there. All right, simple as that. So let's proceed to the next one. So conditional structure, sometimes we can also call it as a if then else statement, or you can also use the salad case over here. Okay, so conditional structure is basically executes one set of code if a specified condition results are true, or else another set of code if its result is false. So this is basically a built-in function that categorized under logical function inside your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. All right. Okay, so these are the syntax. Again, the brown orange color do not change. You can only change the black color over here. So this is how it works. If condition 1, then you will get a true result, which is your first result. Okay, or else you will get your false result over here. So this is a true. When this is met, therefore it will appear the true result. But if this is not met, therefore it will appear the second result, and if. And this is basically, sometimes we call it as your simple if or if statements. All right. Okay, then the next one on the right hand side over here is basically your nested if. Okay, in if there is another if. All right, so if the first condition is met, then the first result is true. All right, if the first condition is not met, then it will go to another conditions, whether this condition is it met or not. If this is met, it will appear the second result. If it is not met, then it will go to the third condition, and so on. Until the last one, it will go to the end conditions. All right, then after that, if the last condition is also not met, then it will appear the fourth result. Sorry for this one. This one's supposed to be your brown orange color. It is a fixed one. Okay, fixed sentences do not change. Okay, so that's it regarding on your if statement and the nested if over here. Okay, now proceed to the next slide. So this is the explanation of your syntax: condition 1, condition 2, and condition end. So it's evaluated in the order listed. So once a condition is found to be true, then the corresponding code will be executed. If not, no further conditions will be evaluated. And these are the results that happens over here. Result 1, 2 up until end. So if as it were executed once a condition is found to be true. If not, therefore it will execute the result else. Simple as that. Okay. All right. So that's it regarding on the lecture series. So I think we can proceed with our next one, practical series. So hold on for a while I'm changing this one into my desktop. Hold on here. Require around 15 seconds. All right, then. Okay, appear. All right, so let's look on how you can write your conditional structure inside your VBA. Okay, since you have already learned command button, so why not we just use command button to ease the executions. All right, so let me create your command button first. Let me go to your developer tab and then insert and then go to active X control command button. I designed the command button. All right, so double click. Okay, again, this is quite different because we are using command button. So therefore, I have my private sub and underscore click over here for the opening syntax. All right, then. And then after that, you have your closing syntax over here. Okay, then. Okay, now the next thing is basically you need to declare and determine your variables, all right? Okay, so what actually are we going to use here? What are we going to do over here? So basically we are going to prompt the user the direction of the compass, and the user will key in the abbreviations of the directions, and it will display out the full words of the abbreviations. All right. So declare and determine the variable. So therefore, I think we can declare your inputs and outputs if we are using this one. Right? Okay, so we dim directions. Okay, maybe we can put compass. All right. Dim compass as string over here. All right. Okay, I think that's all. Let's try do first. If anything, we can adjust later. All right, so dim compass as string, and then after that, we extract informations from user. Okay, this one we are using input box, which will be easier. So compass equivalent to input box. Okay, so what we're going to do is insert the letter of the compasses. Okay, insert the letter lah, the first letter of the compass. The first letter of the direction of the compass. All right. Okay, close bracket. All right, done. Then after that, we are going to process this one by using your structure, which is we are going to cover over here is the if, then else statement. All right. Okay. So if the compass is equivalent to and, all right, then we can say that message box and, or we can say over here that the compass, or we can write like this to make it easier, and is the north. Close bracket. All right. Else, if the compass is equivalent to what we can do, we can say this one is E, right? Then again, we can do copy and paste. This one we can say as E is the east. Okay, let's do this one by one. Copy and paste again. Else if compass equivalent to W, therefore W is the west. Right, again, do it again. If compass is S, therefore this one is basically south. And if all we can do else message box error. And if. There you go. So we have complete everything. We have if the compass show end, then the message will appear and is the north. Or else, if none of these alphabets disappear, therefore the message box will display error. All right. Okay, closing syntax. I think we can run the coding. So let's try and do this. Deselected design mode. Press command button. Insert the first letter of the direction of the compass. So let's make it and. Click OK. And it's the north, correct. All right. So let's try again. What happens if I insert small n? Error. Because the coding cannot capture the small letter of n. It can only capture the capital letter. All right. So if let's say, for example, if you want to make it small and also inside here, therefore you need to use or compass equivalent to small n. All right. So let's try and run it again. So I run, I put n, small n is enough. So you need to know which one to cater your information from the user. If you expect that the user will put a capital letter, then you need to put one conditions, or else you need to put two conditions there. All right. In case the user will put small letter of n. All right. Then can we try and do another one? What if the first letter is Z? Therefore, it will be an error. Okay. Now, okay. Do another one. What if we put S? So it says that here S is the south. All right. Okay. Then, okay. So what happened if, let's say, I didn't put here? I make it as a comment, and I didn't put this one and make it as a comment. So it will only appear else if and else. Okay, so this one cannot read at all because this is a comment. So let's try and run it. Okay, so can I put my S over here? Yeah, it will appear error because it cannot detect the word of S. It can only detect N, E, and W. Okay, so if you put S, then it will become error. Or what I can say over here, instead of error, maybe I can write here, S is the south over here. Okay, all right, so can I run it? Yes, what happened if I put C over here? It will say S is the south, but it is not S. I'm putting the letter. I put C just now. All right. So this a little bit of here and there error. The conditions, the results that you need to adjust based on your requirements. Okay. So if let's say for example I put S, therefore yes, it's correct. S is the south. But if I put R over here, therefore it also will appear S is the south. So be careful on your conditions. Make sure that it tallies with all the requirements that you want. All right. So basically this is it regarding on the examples and lecture series regarding on conditional structure if then else method. So thank you everyone and bye bye.